Guys, welcome back to Cryptogains for another video. I want to talk about Kaiko, how they've solved their issue with the supply and how this can go on to becoming one of the best AI cryptos we've seen in this crypto space. If it sounds interesting, drop the like, give and subscribe. I want to talk about it. Before I go any further, this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. This is for educational purposes only. Please do your further research into the things that I'm saying before you invest your money. You do not have to buy these coins. I'm not finished. You could lose all your money. Have I made it clear? Because when you make money, you love me. When you lose money, you hate me. I just want to make it clear. Do you hold this still? Was you someone that was also nervous about Kaiko because of the supply? Just for those that are new, Kaiko is an AI type of project which can bring emotions into AI agents. I think that's phenomenal because in order for us to have sentient beings or sort of like AI beings, or sentient AIs, even AI agents, they have to have sort of like an emotional feeling. And right now, they don't understand emotion. They can probably laugh, but it doesn't understand why it's laughing, what the feeling is behind it. And this is where Kaiko came into play. Kaiko is looking to bring emotions to AI agents, and if you have these autonomous ones, the sky's the limit for what can happen. And you can look at my last video. I explain in more detail as to how things can really change the game for AI agents using Kaiko's, they call it the EQ protocol, right? But let me just show you what really happened over the last week or so. So I originally shared this post where 63% of a cluster was holding 63% of the supply was being held by 100 wallets. So, I tried to ask them what was going on and stuff. And their most recent post here says there has been some noise. Here's the signal. So they break down sort of the things that they've been doing over the week and stuff. They start to talk about the supply and the dynamics. It says the Kaiko team would like to address some of the recent speculation around the Kai supply dynamics. We've been really focused, we've always been focused on building high impact emotionally intelligence in technologies, for, not narratives. Our mission is to bring the next gen products to millions of users worldwide, which essentially, if we do get like chat GPT upgrades, because I said to you, this is the type of technology where OpenAI, Facebook, Microsoft could come along and say, listen, we want our agents or whatever it is, our LLMs, large language models, whichever type of AI you're using, to have seriously good emotions where you can actually feel and connect with these guys. Companions could be the next big thing. I think it will be. But this is what's going to take it there. It says, when we launched Kai, it was through a fair launch model that meant no insider allocations. So to align long-term with the protocol, we've been accumulating tokens over the market with over 250,000 of our own capital already committed, right? Says this isn't about control, it's about sustainability, longevity, and alignment. Says yes, there's FUD. Well, personally, I don't think there was FUD. I shared information on something which I wanted to just find out as to why there was such a big, ugly-looking alien flipping cluster, which held 63% of the supply, where there was over 100 wallets. So don't know how or why it had that, but that's what it was, right? So, they're claiming that they fixed it now. And what they did is they said, we will be locking up tokens we've acquired with vesting addresses shared publicly to ensure full transparency. And that's the important part, you see? Because if that was done at the start, it wouldn't have been an issue anyway, right? So this isn't a pump. This is Kaiko. It says the EQ infrastructure for emotion. And I'll tell you what, I've come over here, I've checked the whole, vaults, because you can use this what's this called? I can't remember what it's called. You can use the thing to lock it up, right? The vaults. And I'm just checking and verifying some of the things that I've seen over here. So, come over to the vaults and have a look, and you'll be able to see for yourself. You can, rug check? You come and rug check and you can see it. Actually, there's still a few things on rug check that pop up. I don't know why it says this, but this is something probably to look at. Stream vault, that's what it's called. If you look at the bottom here, stream vault, right? You can see there's 3 stream vault addresses. One says 135 million locked, 93 million locked, and 90 million locked. So now, if you come back over to this, which is how I showed you in the first place, the 63% cluster, you can come onto SoulScan, click on holders, click on visualize, and this is what comes up. You're probably thinking, well, it's still alienated. Well, what we're seeing now is good. This is the Radium Vault, right? Essentially an exchange where people go to trade. If you click on this settings tool, turn off the exchange, because obviously, how do we buy it? We've got to use the exchange. This is what you're left with. And you can also come over to Dex Screener, if you like. They also make their own version of a bubble maps. Well, here, bubble maps. And then you can also confirm it over here as well to see how the clusters look, the supply is looking with the wallet addresses, and that's how it looks. I mean, you can turn the nodes on to look for the nodes, magic nodes, and you'll see how some are collected. I've done this. Worst case scenario, you probably got like a few wallets holding 5% of the supply. See there, 5.8% of the supply. But apart from that, it looks a lot better than what it was. It's more evenly distributed. The bigger holdings of the tokens that I was worried about have been locked through Stream Vault. So now I feel like this has the power to do something extremely magical in the crypto space. And then they obviously break down their tokenomics here. Cool. So now that that's happened, I think that this really does have the potential, guys. I think it has mad potential to do exceedingly well. And I'm going to hold this over the next 6 to 8 months. I don't think it will take that long to see how this can move, because I've not seen another crypto project in the crypto space that can tackle emotions, that can bring emotions to AI. Like I said, if you think about some already popular IPs out there like Leah AI or Colin, Leah AI, we can talk to her and stuff, but she doesn't have emotions. What happens in the future with, because if you use ChatGPT or something like a Leah AI, because Leah AI is like ChatGPT, but you can see her and talk to her. What happens when your phone starts laughing? And then you look at your phone, you're like, are you okay? Why are you laughing for? And it says to you, I was just thinking about some things that happened a few days ago, and it made me chuckle. Because that's what happens when you start to bring emotions to AI. It can do crazy things. You can have people, think about the people that help with mental health and all this stuff, healthcare, doctors, teachers. You can have these AI teachers that will be able to understand kids or adults or whoever they're teaching through the pain or through the emotions that they're seeing and experiencing. So I think that's going to be good. I think it's going to be really, really good. And now, it's had a nice pump back up. It did take a drop. But it had to be resolved. As you can see, as soon as it was resolved, this has gone straight back up, over 160%. Well, a little call off there. But 5.5 million market cap right now, still very tiny compared to all of the big sort of AI projects that are out there. None are tackling emotions, especially that you can inject into AI agents. This one has, in my personal opinion, again, this is not sponsored. They've paid me nothing. And again, not financial advice. Do you want to do? I'm just doing my research and I'm trying to understand where the money can go in the future, where large, big entities would want to be involved in that. And I think this kind of technology is special. If they can do it, if they can do what it says on the tin. 5.4 million, a 10x goes to 54 million. 100x would be a 540 million market cap. Can it do it? I'm going to stick around to find out if it can. If it falls to zero, I'll put what I can afford to lose, and that's it. It is what it is. I'm sure I'm going to make it back other ways anyway. But at the best case scenario, I could come out of this making massive, massive gains. And that's what this is about. So come over, check Kaiko if you want. I think they made a good choice in doing what they did with locking up the tokens. And yeah, I'm going to leave it here. If it's helpful, drop a like, give me a subscribe. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.